What if I told you that the real reason your lower back has been aching for months or even years isn't actually your back at all? It's your glutes, your backside, the muscles you sit on every single day. And here's what nobody tells you. When those glutes stop doing their job, your lower back tries to compensate, and that's when the pain becomes relentless. The thumbnail you just saw says it all. Back pain? Stronger glutes cure it. And I mean that literally. In the next 15 minutes, I'm going to walk you through 6 targeted glute exercises designed specifically for women over 60 that can finally give you the relief you've been desperately searching for. Just like Barbara, a 71-year-old grandmother who couldn't play with her grandkids without wincing in pain until she discovered what I'm about to share with you. This isn't about temporary fixes or masking symptoms. This is about addressing the root cause so you can move freely again. Let's talk about what's really happening in your body right now. You wake up in the morning, and before your feet even hit the floor, you feel it. That deep, persistent ache in your lower back. Maybe it's a sharp stab when you try to stand up straight after sitting for a while. Maybe it's a dull throb that never quite goes away, no matter what you do. You've tried everything, haven't you? Heating pads, ice packs, over-the-counter pain medication that you're now taking more often than you'd like to admit. Maybe you've even seen doctors who've told you it's just part of getting older, that you need to learn to live with it. But living with constant pain isn't living at all. Sitting through a church service becomes torture. Standing long enough to prepare a meal leaves you gripping the counter for support. Walking through the grocery store means you're calculating how quickly you can get in and out before the pain intensifies. And forget about activities you used to love. Gardening, dancing, even something as simple as taking your grandchildren to the park. The pain has stolen those moments from you. Let me tell you about Dorothy. She's 67, a retired school teacher from Ohio. For 3 years, Dorothy's lower back pain controlled every aspect of her life. She stopped volunteering at her local library because sitting in those wooden chairs was unbearable. She declined invitations to dinner with friends because she knew she'd spend the entire evening shifting in her seat, unable to find a comfortable position. Her medicine cabinet looked like a pharmacy, filled with prescription pain relievers, muscle relaxants, and anti-inflammatory medications. She'd tried physical therapy twice, with minimal results. Her doctor suggested she might need to consider surgery eventually. Dorothy told me she cried herself to sleep some nights, feeling like her body had betrayed her, like she was becoming a burden to her family, who had to help her with tasks she used to do effortlessly. That was her lowest point, feeling helpless and hopeless about ever feeling normal again. If Dorothy's story sounds familiar, I need you to keep watching, because what I'm about to explain changed everything for her. And in just a moment, I'll show you exactly why most people never fix this, even when they try everything they can think of. Here's what's actually happening. Your glutes, the 3 major muscles that make up your buttocks, are designed to be the powerhouse of your lower body. They're supposed to stabilize your pelvis, support your spine, and power virtually every movement you make when you walk, stand, or climb stairs. But here's the problem. Modern life has essentially put those muscles to sleep. Decades of sitting, reduced activity levels, and natural age-related muscle loss have created what experts call gluteal amnesia. Your glutes have literally forgotten how to fire properly. And when they stop doing their job, guess what happens? Your lower back muscles, which were never designed to carry that load, try to compensate. They become overworked, constantly strained, and chronically inflamed. That's your pain. Now let me tell you what most people get completely wrong about this. The biggest myth is that if your back hurts, you need to focus on your back. Stretching your back, strengthening your back, treating your back. But that's like trying to fix a leak by mopping up the water instead of turning off the faucet. Your back isn't the problem, it's the victim. Another thing people get wrong? Thinking that any exercise is too risky when you're in pain. So they stop moving altogether. They rest, thinking their back needs time to heal. But prolonged rest actually makes everything worse. Your glutes get weaker, Your back has to work even harder. The pain intensifies. It becomes a vicious cycle. And here's something that surprises everyone. Those gentle stretching routines you've been doing, they might feel good temporarily, but they're not addressing the root cause. Stretching a weak muscle doesn't make it strong. You need targeted strengthening, done correctly and safely. So what actually works? Targeted glute activation and strengthening exercises specifically designed for your stage of life. Not generic workouts, not routines designed for 30-year-old athletes. Exercises that meet you exactly where you are right now and rebuild the strength and function your body desperately needs. Let me walk you through 6 exercises that can transform your reality. Each one is low impact, can be modified to your current ability level, and specifically targets the glute muscles that support your lower back. Exercise 1 is the glute bridge. This is the foundation of everything else. You lie on your back with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor, hip-width apart. You press through your heels and lift your hips toward the ceiling, squeezing your glutes at the top. The key here is to really focus on using your glutes to lift, not your lower back. You should feel this working in your backside, not creating more back pain. Start with just 5 to 8 repetitions, holding each one for 3 seconds. This exercise alone can begin retraining your glutes to fire properly. Exercise 2 is the clamshell. You lie on your side with your knees bent and stacked on top of each other. Keeping your feet together, you open your top knee like a clamshell opening, then slowly close it. This targets your gluteus medius, a critical stabilizer muscle that often becomes very weak with age. Weak gluteus medius muscles cause your pelvis to tilt improperly, putting tremendous strain on your lower back. Do 8 to 10 repetitions on each side, moving slowly and with control. Exercise 3 is standing hip extension. You stand next to a counter or sturdy chair for balance. Keeping your legs straight but not locked, you slowly lift one leg backward, squeezing your glute as you do. You're not trying to kick high. Even 6 inches of movement is enough. The goal is muscle activation, not range of motion. This exercise is wonderful because it trains your glutes to work during functional movements like walking. Start with 8 repetitions per leg. Quick note, if you want all of this laid out for you step by step, I put together a complete guide called The Glute Strength Solution for lasting back pain relief. Everything you need in one place. Check the pinned comment below and grab it. Exercise 4 is the seated hip abduction. This one is perfect if you're dealing with significant pain and need something very gentle. You sit in a sturdy chair with a resistance band or small ball between your knees. You press your knees outward against the resistance, hold for 3 seconds, then release. This activates your outer glute muscles without putting any stress on your back. You can do this one several times throughout the day, even while watching television. Aim for 10 to 12 repetitions. Exercise 5 is the quadruped hip extension, also called donkey kicks, but we'll do a modified version. You start on your hands and knees on a comfortable surface like a yoga mat. Keeping your knee bent at 90 degrees, you lift one leg until your thigh is parallel to the floor, really squeezing your glute at the top. Then lower back down with control. If getting on the floor is difficult, you can do a similar movement standing and leaning over a bed or sturdy table. Do 6 to 8 repetitions per leg, focusing on quality over quantity. Exercise 6 is the wall sit with glute squeeze. You stand with your back against a wall and slide down until your knees are bent at about 90 degrees, like you're sitting in an invisible chair. Here's the key part. Squeeze your glutes tight the entire time you're holding this position. This not only strengthens your glutes, but also trains them to activate while your legs are working, which is exactly what needs to happen when you walk and stand throughout the day. Start by holding this for just 10 to 15 seconds and gradually increase as you get stronger. Now, let me tell you what happened when Dorothy started doing these exercises. Within 2 weeks, she noticed she could sit through her entire morning coffee without shifting positions constantly. By week 4, she went to the grocery store and realized halfway through her shopping that she hadn't thought about her back once. After 8 weeks, she was back volunteering at the library, playing on the floor with her granddaughter, and she'd cut her pain medication down to occasional use instead of daily dependence. She told me it felt like she'd gotten her life back. Not an exaggeration. Those were her exact words. So how do you apply this starting today? Let me give you a clear action plan. Step 1. Start with just 2 exercises. I recommend the glute bridge and the clamshell because they're gentle, effective, and can be done by almost everyone regardless of current fitness level. Do them every other day to start. I know you might be afraid that exercising will make your pain worse, but these movements, done correctly, actually reduce pain by taking stress off your back. Listen to your body. You should feel muscle work, not sharp pain. Step 2. Focus on form over repetitions. It's better to do 5 perfect glute bridges where you really feel your glutes working than 20 sloppy ones where your back does all the work. Take your time. Concentrate on squeezing those glute muscles. The mind-muscle connection is real and it matters. You might worry that you're not doing them right, and that's normal. Film yourself with your phone or practice in front of a mirror until the movement feels natural. Step 3. Add 1 new exercise each week. Once the first 2 exercises feel comfortable, add standing hip extensions. Then the following week, add another. This gradual progression prevents overwhelming your body and lets you build confidence as you go. Some women worry they're too out of shape to exercise at all, but that's exactly why we start small and build gradually. You're not competing with anyone. This is about progress, not perfection. Step 4. Pair these exercises with daily movement. Take short walks, even just around your house or yard. Movement keeps your newly awakened glutes engaged throughout the day. You're retraining decades of compensation patterns, and that takes consistency. The fear here is often that you don't have time or energy, but these exercises take less than 15 minutes, and the energy they give you back is tremendous. Step 5. Track your progress. Keep a simple journal noting your pain levels and what activities you were able to do each day. You'll be amazed when you look back after a month and see how far you've come. Sometimes progress feels slow day to day, but the overall trajectory is powerful. Margaret, 73, from Florida, started with just the glute bridges because that was all she felt capable of doing. Within 6 weeks, she was doing all 6 exercises and had reduced her pain by what she estimated was 70%. She's now taking ballroom dancing classes with her husband, something she thought she'd never do again. Let's bring this home, because I need you to really hear this. Right now, at this very moment, you have a choice to make. You can close this video, go back to your day, and hope that somehow, someday, your back pain will magically improve on its own. We both know that's not going to happen. The pain will continue. Maybe it'll get worse. You'll keep missing out on activities that bring you joy. You'll keep depending on medication. You'll keep feeling frustrated and limited and older than you actually are. Or you can choose differently. You can decide that today is the day you stop accepting pain as your new normal. Today is the day you start rebuilding the strength your body needs to support you properly. These 6 exercises, done consistently, can give you back the freedom to sit through a movie, stand long enough to cook a family dinner, walk through a farmer's market, or play with your grandchildren without that constant nagging pain stealing your focus and joy. Think about what your life could look like 8 weeks from now if you start today. Really picture it. Waking up without immediately thinking about how much your back hurts. Moving through your day with confidence instead of caution. Saying yes to invitations instead of declining because you're afraid of the pain. Feeling strong and capable in your own body again. That's not a fantasy. That's what happens when you address the root cause instead of just managing symptoms. Everything I just shared, and more, is waiting for you right now in the pinned comment below. Click it. Get the complete guide. Because you deserve to live without chronic pain dictating what you can and cannot do with the precious time you have. Don't wait. Your body is incredibly resilient and capable of healing and strengthening at any age. You just need the right tools and the right approach. You have both now. The only question left is, will you use them? I believe you will. I believe today marks the beginning of your journey back to a pain-free, active, joyful life. Start with one exercise today, just one, and let that be the first step toward everything changing.